Jesus, that day in Nazareth, as he's beginning his earthly ministry, he describes for those gathered there, and certainly for us as well, as we reflect back on it through the Gospel of Luke, the purpose for which he came. And he describes a number of things that he's going to do for people: preach the good news to the poor, and proclaim freedom for prisoners, a recovery of sight for the blind. And then he makes this statement, I came to set the oppressed free. And I want to focus on that one little phrase this weekend on this Christmas Eve. He came to set the oppressed free. This is why Jesus came. Now, to understand his purpose, his mission, it's important to understand what he meant by the oppressed. And this Greek word, the original language of the New Testament is Greek, and this particular word in the New Testament is a word that is rich with meaning. It basically means to choke or to strangle. It's the idea of something coming upon your life that shuts you down, that overwhelms you. Let me read this for you in a variety of translations just for a moment. The ERV translation says, He, Jesus, sent me to free those who have been treated badly. That's the oppressed. To set the burden battered and free, the Message paraphrase says. The contemporary English version says to free everyone who suffers. And my favorite rendering of this particular part of this passage is from the Amplified Bible, where it says to set free those who are oppressed, downtrodden, bruised, crushed by tragedy. Note 3 words there, downtrodden. That word means to be beaten up by life and beaten up by circumstances. Bruised, that's an internal injury that you face. You're bleeding on the inside. Crushed, to be pressed by something that breaks you apart. And Jesus said, I came to bring healing and freedom for people who are downtrodden and people who are bruised and people who are crushed.